should I do with this play? Hey, attorney. Hey, that's what I do. I lean on their expertise. And I just become an expert at what I'm good at. As a real estate investor, you need to be great at two things. Getting access to the money and access to the deals. Again, my properties are in Pennsylvania. I live in Georgia. I ain't changing no doorknobs. I ain't taking no phone calls for no tenants. All those other activities get outsourced. Okay. So back to the scenario. So with that single family, that's one unit, I was receiving $600 a month in cash flow. So I had a 9-unit getting 800, and I had a single family getting 600. So what am I saying here? This said 150. This is just a benchmark. Why? Every deal is different. A 9-unit versus a single family. The 9-unit was in a C area. A area is like, you know, people jogging at night. You see yoga spots all over the place. You see Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? You see them small little dogs. People walking on Starbucks. That's the A area. A D is like, let me tuck my chain tonight. You know what I'm saying? Get my gun. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not going to go in the neighborhood, right? So the 9-unit was in a C area, a step above a D. But that single family, the hard money, was in a B area, a nicer area. So every deal is different, 9-unit versus single family. Every market is different, a C area versus a B area. And every financial instrument is different. When I refinanced a single family into, from hard money into a conventional mortgage, I just had a mortgage payment, that was it. 5% interest rate. But with a 9-unit, I had the mortgage, a commercial mortgage, plus I used personal credit cards, which I told you not to do. And plus I had business credit. So I used a lot of financing. So that's why I ate up a lot of the cash flow. You understand what I'm saying? But do I care? No, as long as the deal works. And people say all the time, well, if you use business credit, ain't that kind of expensive? Don't you get like 30% interest rate once the introductory APR expires? And I'm always transparent. I said, bro, yeah, you think I care, bro? If I'm making a profit off a 30% interest rate, that just makes me a genius. I'm just a genius. I don't care. And by the end of the day, I ain't paying it off, my tenant is. Mom and Papa ain't paying it. It's different mindsets. That's what I'm teaching you guys here today. It's different philosophies that have to be ingrained in you, principles that you live by. And forget all that other stuff. People, oh, interest rates, oh, what about risk? Who cares? I quit my job in 4 years. I'm making a lot of money. I ain't broke. I can't even think broke nowadays. It's impossible. All right, let's get back into this. All right. So now we got 150 units. So how many units do you need, Kelvin?
17.
17. Right.
24.
24.
Try one. 21.
21.
16.
16.
13.
13.
Yeah, the same things.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, same. So now you understand, right? How many units you should aim for. So again, now we have metrics. So within the next 5 years, so now we're going to divide that by 5. So now you know how many units you need to close per year. So if you have 20 units and you want to do it in 5 years, you know you need to do 4 units a year. So that means, okay, 1 deal a year is going to be a 4-plex. That's easy. It's that simple. Now you have a plan of action to implement. That's what I say. Many people say, oh, he makes it seem real easy on YouTube. No. Real estate investing is simple, but it ain't easy. It's simple because you know the process. It ain't easy because you're lazy. It ain't easy because you scary too. And what do they say? Scared money don't make no money. Right? But if you ever go broke, you can make more money. That's why it's not easy. All right, so the next thing is we know now how many units you need to do per year. So next is the resignation letter. So this is the resignation letter that I submitted to my boss 4 years after running it. So as of today, I want all you guys to fill it out. Okay? But before we get into that, I want to share with you one more analogy, road to financial freedom, right? So we said we know where our starting point is, like going from Atlanta to New York. We know our starting point, your current financial situation. Now we know our financial destination, our final destination, right? Now the question is this. When you're on a road trip, what are some of the things you see on that road trip?
Detours.
detours, signs, we're hitting at it. What else do you see?
Rest areas,
Rest area signs, what kind of signs, what else do you see on a road trip? Let's say you're on an interstate.
accidents,
Accidents,
Gas stations, food,
gas station, food, what else do you see?
hotels,
That relate to signs.
lights.
Signal
lights.
Billboards.
Billboards.
Billboards. No one always have one person who say it, right? Billboards. You see these big billboards, right? By show of hands, how many of you guys heard of the Super Bowl?
Never.
Never heard of it? Okay. But you guys can but you guys can assume how much it costs for like a 30-second ad, right? How much?
4 mil.
Like 5
4,
million.
5, several million, right? Times Square, New York City. You see big billboards. That probably costs a lot of money too, right? These big corporations understand the importance of a billboard. They spend millions of dollars on advertising. Why? So on that same analogy, right? When Ron and I were commuting from Atlanta to New York, he was driving, and I was hungry too. I seen a Chick-fil-A billboard. I'm like, bro, let's pull over and get some Chick-fil-A. He's like, no, we only wasted a quarter tank of gas. I'm about to pull over now. Let's wait to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We can fill up on the gas and then fill up our stomachs with some Chick-fil-A. I'm like, damn, bro, I want to wait. We drive another 20 miles, 50 miles, another Chick-fil-A. Spicy chicken deluxe sandwich. Mouth watering.
With bacon.
Right. Mouth watering at this point. Then we finally drive until we get to the quarter tank. I said, all right, bro, look. I see an exit right here with Chick-fil-A. You know there got to be a gas station nearby. We're on a quarter tank. Let's go ahead and pull over. He said, all right, cool. So we pull over, get the gas, get the Chick-fil-A. Right? What's the point of me sharing this with you guys? Big corporations understand the value of a repeated image. By me looking at that image of Chick-fil-A repeatedly, it incited a hunger, a drive, in other words, within me, a burning desire for us to take corresponding action, pulling over to obtain it. And that's why you always see on TV or in a magazine, all these billboards, all these advertising, marketing is vitally important, because they know if they can get a repeated image in front of you on a consistent basis, it may cause you to take corresponding action towards obtaining it. So why not do this for you Incorporated? Why not have your own billboards for success? Why not have the same repeated image to the point you get brainwashed with it that it forces you to have such a burning desire, a hunger for it, that's going to cause you to take corresponding action towards obtaining it. That's what I did. I brainwashed myself for success. That's why I always say spit stuff like this. I brainwashed myself by using my own personal billboards. I put this image in front of me repeatedly to the point it overcame my fear. Oh, well, what if this happens? I'm like, well, what if it doesn't happen? I'm tired of being on the sidelines. I want to get in the game. But you got to have that image in front of you repeatedly. So these are the 2 images. These are your 2 billboards for success. Your resignation letter as well as your creed. So with the resignation letter, I want you to fill it out. So you can say, dear, you can put your company's name that you work for, your employer's name, your boss's name, whatever floats your boat. And I want you to read it. And when it gets to age, I want you to select the age 5 years from today. So if you're 30 years old, just put 35. Whatever your age is 5 years from today. And I want you to sign it right above the signature. And the date, I want you to put it, today is the 14th, so you can say December 14th, 2022.
That's what I had.
Huh?
That's what I had, actually.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, so that means it's supposed to be. There's co-signed on that.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, so that's the resignation letter. Secondly, I want you to write the creed. So if you write your name, do not close on my first multifamily property by December 31st, 2017, that's the end of this year. I deserve to remain in my current financial situation. However, I will obtain this goal for I have every resource at my disposal to make this reality, and sign it. Now so now for today, you know your starting point, your ending point, and you have your billboards. So now it's time to get started on this journey. So what I want you to do is take these documents, and when you get home, I want you to put on your wall, and every time you enter your room and exit your room, you read it out loud, and you also visualize it. Again, the repeated image, because it's going to cause you to take corresponding action. And it's not just reciting it aloud, but you incorporate feeling with it. Like resignation letter. I used to imagine me submitting it to my boss. I knew exactly what I was going to be wearing. I knew the right words I was going to say to this person. Every single day. And in the creed, I will always see myself getting those keys at closing, or checking my mailbox for that rent check. I will always see myself closing on the deal. Repeatedly. Until the point it became a reality. When I was in New York, I used to be riding the subway to work. And as I was riding, I would close my eyes and imagine, like, man, I remember when I used to ride the subway to work. While I'm riding the subway, I would say if it was past tense. Believe you have received and you shall have it. That's one of the things that Jesus says in the Bible. And he says receive as meaning past tense. Right? So I believe, like, man, I remember I used to ride the subway to work. Now I ride Benz. And I ride a Benz. And I used to say, man, I remember when I used to commute to work every morning. Now I wake up whenever I feel like it. I wake up whenever I feel like it. Now I say, man, I remember I used to get a paycheck. Now I get that. Wake up whenever I feel like it money. I can check my bank account and it's higher. So I have multiple sources of income. And I do this every day. I brainwash myself for success. So you have to do the same thing. Put this on your wall, recite it as well as visualize it as if it was already happening. In a short matter of time, because I know what happens. You say, well, I know it sounds all good, Juan Pablo. The creed sounds like a cult to me, bro. Well, it's not a cult, it's a culture. Just try it. What do you got to lose? If I'm saying it worked for me, why won't it work for you? What do you got to lose? 5 minutes of your day? And you might be saying, well, I don't have the resources because my credit, the way my credit is situated, or the way my bank account's set up, my checking is linked to my savings. Right? But no, you gotta be like, you know what? No.
Look around.
Yeah, eventually you will get those resources you need. That's how it is. If a dog is hungry, this is a last analogy before we go to Jerry. But when a dog is hungry, and you see like his ribs through his skin or whatever, he's gonna be sniffing food from everywhere. And he might even find like some food in the trash can somewhere to satisfy his hunger. You have to be like that. Because if that dog wasn't hungry and was comfortable, that dog's senses wouldn't be heightened. So likewise, if you're hungry for success, and once you have a burning desire that you want success, you want financial freedom so bad, your senses will get heightened by that. That you'll be sniffing opportunity everywhere. You might say, oh, this dude, this opportunity right here, what's up, bro? And you might say, yeah, man, I'm just getting started in real estate, bro. I just need someone to bring the time to the table because I work hard, man. I work 80 hours a week. I got the money, I got the credit, but I just don't got the time. And then Clyde says, yo, bro, let's partner. I know how to do it. I got the business acumen. Because your senses of finding the resources you need for your dream to become a reality are now heightened. But it's only predicated upon you having that burning desire. But if you're like the other dog who's comfortable, you don't do it. That's what Benjamin Franklin said. That's why I say I can spit this stuff like this all the time without losing the breath, without brainwashing myself. Benjamin Franklin used to say this: you'll never get a man out of his poverty if he's comfortable in it. So most of you might not be poor, but if you're middle class, you never get a man out of his middle class level, income level, if he's comfortable in it. I grew up poor, but I was starving, I was hungry, and I had to figure out a way to make this thing work, hence 100% finance. But if you're comfortable or where you're at currently, you'll never get to that next level. Even if I was making $86,000 a year working for the government and still quit it because my passive income exceeded that. At 30 years old. Because I was hungry, I wasn't satisfied with that. So don't be satisfied where you're at. Of course, be content, but don't be satisfied. All right, so on this road to financial freedom, before I pass the ball to Jerry, I said, all right, cool. I know my starting point, my GPS. I know my final destination. Now, I start going, and damn, got a flat tire. Needed fixed. In my case, it was my credit that needed fixed. I had bad credit. So one of the first things I did was reach out to a qualified professional who did credit repair. Again, I started off just like you guys, or maybe even worse. I grew up poor. All right, so the first step was credit repair. So I'm gonna have Jerry come up. Let's give a round of applause for Jerry. This is young guy too. How old are you, Jerry?
26.
And he got a call center, bro. This dude doing his thing, right? He's one of my partners right here.
Jerry doing big things.
Yeah, real big thing. No, he plays ball though. He can ball though. He can ball.
Yeah.
You y'all play ball?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody plays ball, man. But if you guys don't know me, my name is Jared Shadowmon. I'm the owner of Credit on Point and also co-founder of CRB Academy. Now, he talked about some good stuff as far as the mindset, because I felt like the mindset basically played a big part into, like, you know, being in this call center and starting my first business. So I'm gonna talk about that story first.
This your call center right here?
Yeah, this is mine.
Oh, nice, man. That's what you tell me about. Okay. I thought you like renting a room or something.
You like instant? He like instant credibility, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He like, what you doing later, dog?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, but I mean, simple story. You know, I had a shoe company, right? It was called Shoebox Junkie, spjunkie.com, and I was selling shoes for a little while, Jordans and all types of stuff. But I couldn't really get the inventory that I wanted, so what I did was I had to get like really creative and like drop ship. So if I had like a company that would send me the shoes, I would have them like drop ship the shoes to the people's house. But sometimes that didn't work like the way I wanted, because sometimes the company would send it late or whatever. So I wanted to get inventory, but I didn't have any, you know, any money. So it was like what I would do was I would get the profits and order shoes, but it would, you know, I have like 10 shoes available. So what I was like, let me just get a credit card and just start ordering a bunch of shoes. So I go apply for credit. I go to Wells Fargo, denied. I go to Capital One, denied. I go to Chase, got denied. So I was like, I gotta fix my credit, man. But my credit was like really, at that point, it was like a 419. So I was like, bro, there's no way I'm gonna fix my credit, man. And then I remember talking to this one guy, and he was like, you can do credit repair. I was like, what? He said, credit repair, you can fix your credit. I was like, what do you mean? I owe all this money and stuff. He's like, listen, go talk to this person, he can fix your credit. I called the person and they never answered the phone. I called him and they never answered the phone. So I started looking online, I started trying to find companies. I found this one person and she helped me fix, I think it was my TransUnion and my Experian. She wiped off everything. My Equifax still had a lot of stuff in it. If people know, you know, Equifax is like one of the most important companies, if not the most important. So I was like, man, I can't get in contact with this lady. I started reading up online, I was like, you could do it yourself. So I was like, okay, cool, let me just learn how to do it myself. So when I found out how to start doing it myself, I finally, I think in like 30 days, I went from like a 419, well it went up a little bit after she boosted up, but like 419 to like a 780. And it was amazing. So I started getting inventory, I started getting the shoes. I mean, if I had the picture, I'll show you. I mean, my closet was like, this whole wall was just filled with shoes. So I'm selling shoes now, but then when I'm selling shoes, I'm like, man, you know, a lot of people, like they're in that situation I was in. Like, if I can help other people fix their credit, you know what I'm saying, that'll be, I thought it was a better business model than selling shoes, because I got to keep inventory. If I could just, you know, help people fix their credit, you know, it'll help them out. So, and plus with shoes, you weren't really helping out people. I'm like one of those people that I wanted to kind of make a difference. So I got to the credit repair, I started the credit repair business, and like the rest is history. And he talks about the mindset, because like if you don't really think about like moving on to the next step, like you're not really, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna like just regret. Like I was working a job, man, if people know me, I probably had like 20 jobs, man. I worked at UPS, the movie theaters, and every time I was at a new job, I try to find a new job that would make me feel comfortable, but I felt worse. Every time I got to a new job, I got comfortable, but then I was like, I don't want to be here, you know what I'm saying? So I figured, a job's not for me, man. I'm not gonna work a job for a long time. So what I noticed is that if you leverage your credit, like people don't understand how important it is to like really leverage your credit. I'm gonna give you another example in a second, but like, so I figure if I can show people how to really leverage their credit, it'll like really get them to understand that your credit is really important. Like a lot of people come to me and they say, let me fix my credit to get a car, let me fix my credit just to, you know what I'm saying, they want to do it for that moment. I'm like, dude, don't just fix it just for that moment, fix it for a lifetime, you know what I'm saying? You want to have your credit up to point, because you don't want to wait till it's like a certain moment, like you have to buy a house or something. You want to be able to just walk in the bank and then just, they pull up your credit and you know you're going to get approved. You're not like crossing your fingers like, damn, let me hope that, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to get denied. And that's how I was. Like when I used to go in the bank, I'm like, you know, maybe I might get approved. I didn't know anything about, I didn't even know they had 3 credit bureaus at the time. I thought it was just your FICO score, and somebody says 3. I said, 3 of them? It's like, dang, man, I got fixed 3 of them. Like, so that's how it was, man. But once I got to that level to where, you know what I'm saying, I learned how to leverage my credit, just like this call center, man. Like, perfect example, last, probably, what was it? I got this call center about 5 months ago, right? So I was looking for an investor at the time. So I found an investor. I said, all right, I'm gonna put up the money, right? I put up the money, the investor disappeared. I can't even get in contact with him. So I'm like, damn, now I'm stuck with this call center. I don't know what to do. So I'm panicking, I'm trying to find other investors. And I sat back, I'm like, wait a minute, man. Like, I fix credit for a living. Like, what am I doing? What am I trying to get investors, give them equity into my business? They're not gonna do anything. Why don't I just go ahead and just do what I do best? Swear to God, 30 days, I got 80 grand just off leveraging credit. You know what I'm saying? Half of that was cash. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm basically trying to say is that you don't have to have money in your pocket. Like everything I do is financed for me 100%, like just like 100% finance. I did not come out of my pocket, not one dime. And the money that I put into the call center, I made that back. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to have cash to get into real estate, to start a business. I hear that all the time. It's the first excuse everybody always give me. I don't have no cash. I don't want to hear that. If you leverage your credit, you can definitely make a cash flow. You just have to have a plan, and you gotta be hungry. Like if you're not hungry, then it's like you're not. It doesn't matter if you get the cash, because if you get the cash, you're not gonna do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? So, get into the CRB Academy. If you guys don't know, like if credit's kind of confused, you don't understand how credit works. We created this academy, crbacademy.com. You can visit it, and basically I go over like all the tactics, all the stuff that I use. From it, like I'm not talking about just simple send out letters. I'm talking about aggressive tactics, showing you exactly how to do the process yourself. I mean, you could pay a company to do it, but you can seriously, you could just do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hard process. It's not long. You just have to really be on top of it. When I had to fix my credit, listen, I'm talking about I was on it every day. I was calling creditors. I was calling the credit bureaus. They got annoyed with me. That's probably why my credit got fixed so fast. I'm calling them every other week. Like, yo, what's going on? What's up with my credit? What's up with my credit? And I'm sending out letters. So you just have to really leverage that. And I feel like credit is probably, has to be at the top, if not the most important, because, you know what I'm saying, most people, we got to think about, most people don't have cash, you know what I'm saying? I was reading a statistic, I don't know if it's true or not, but it said most average Americans have less than $500 in their bank account.
I saw that too.
You saw that?
On
Yeah.
CNN Money.
Yeah, so if you have less than, you're not going to start a business with $500.
6 out of 10 people don't have $500 in savings.
You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody thinks you can't start a business. You see a business on every corner. You think that these people just have millionaire parents that just started a business. You just have to use your credit. And to me, like you said, it's easy, but it's simple, but it's not easy, because I think it's hard to change that mindset. So first you have to really get into that frame of mind to where you believe you can do it. Once you do that, then it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, in 30 days, 80 grand, easy. And if I needed to get some more money, I could have got some more money. Easy. I'm talking about no problem at all. So basically, if, just to wrap it up, I'm gonna be quick. If you're having credit issues, and not even credit, forget credit, if you're having cash flow issues, I think the first step you need to do is just fix your credit. Like, you need to figure out how to get it done. If you're gonna hire a professional, hire a professional. If you're gonna do it yourself, put that time in and do it yourself. I don't wanna hear that you got a job, you don't have time. Listen, you go home, you can sit down, put together letters. The CRB Academy, the videos are quick. We got all the templates for you. Literally all you have to do is just delete this and put your name in. You know what I'm saying? And you send off the letter. So it's really as simple as that, man. You guys have any questions for me?
Well,
Is it still $97?
Right now, yes.
price is subject to change.
Let me take y'all.
It's a special. It is a special right now.
You still go on one page to do it?
Nah,
CRBacademy.com.
CRBacademy.com.
It's a sister website that Jerry and I own. It's more
Yeah,
so
it's
do it yourself.
simple.
But
Yeah.
I had a question, Jerry. So you said you have aggressive letters, but what particular things can a person dispute on their credit report?
You could dispute anything, honestly. The thing about credit, you just have to understand the laws. And that's the thing, like a lot of people don't understand how the credit industry works. Once you understand the laws and you understand the credit industry, I mean, you can really just get anything off your credit, because there's so many errors. Like whether it's just from the date it was open, to the balance, to the name of the company. You might not even recognize the company. So many errors on your credit report that it's easy to really, get to that process. But you have to really just get into it and work on it. But it's not a hard process. That's what I want you to know. You don't have to pay somebody. But if you just don't have the time, then obviously, yeah, you want to pay somebody. But that's another story. But as far as CRB Academy, we teach you all of these things. So if you're in this room right now, you got bad credit, like tomorrow, there's no reason. There's no more excuses. Like, you really just have to get on top of it, whether you go through us or whether you do some research and find somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So That's really it. Any other questions?
And you guys take it off the three
Yeah, we show you how they do it all through credit bureaus and the collection agencies and the creditors. So it's not my process, right? Definitely.
Yeah, well, I have good credit, but I know I have some inquiries and all that. But it's very interested in what you just say, how you start, and now you're doing it. Now you're making me think that I should be doing this too.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, and that's and the reason I say that is because the whole time I even fell into my own trap. Like the whole time I was looking for an investor, and I had gold right in front of me. It took me like I had the call center, and for like 2-3 months I was looking for an investor, and I'm mad at myself because I could have spent those 3 months, just getting some trade lines to get my credit up. And then the second I said, yo, wait a minute, let me just do this and use my credit. 30 days, literally, probably less than that. I think it was like 27 days. Got all the funding, most of the funding the first day, and then did some more funding the second day, and then, takes about 7 to 10 days to get the money, and then boom, that's it. The cash probably took more like 14 days to get into my bank account.
That's a good point. Like,
Yeah.
if you think that, hey, I want to be a real estate investor, or I want to get into business, but you can't even afford $97 to fix your credit. You got bigger
some work
fish
to do,
fry.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jerry, one second, class. So Jerry, I want to ask you specifically, what items can a person dispute on CRB Academy? Negative items.
Negative items, you got collections, you got judgments, tax liens, bankruptcies, foreclosures, I don't care what it is, charge-off. You know what I'm saying? Charge-off is really popular because a lot of people get charge-offs. And collection accounts, definitely collection accounts. And inquiries too, you can remove inquiries.
What
off
about
your
medical
credit
bills?
card. Medical bills, it's just like, I
What
can
about
name
child
all-
support?
Child support, you can. That's a
Takes
different
work.
subject. But, man, pay your child support, man.
What about
I'm
student
an
loans?
advocate against that.
Student loans.
Student loans can be disputed, but my advice, I always tell people to get it consolidated because it is a trade line. So if you do remove, you can't get it removed, but why not keep that trade line on there so you can have some type of positive history? Because that's what turns the creditors on. Even if it's just a student loan and you add maybe some authorized users on top of it, it'll help your score. It'll be a stronger score, you know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say
What
consolidate.
about late pays?
Late pays, yeah, you could definitely remove late pays, as long as you're making payments on time moving forward. You can't just remove late pays and then be late the next month. It's gonna defeat the purpose, you know what I'm saying? So you can definitely, we show you ways to remove late payments as well.
I got like a situation like that where I got student loans, and for like a year and a half I wasn't paying them, but it was saying I'm on point.
You're
If
deferred,
everything's
yeah.
okay. So I got them deferred again, and then it got me a late payment. This was probably like September.
Is
My
it still
credit-
deferred?
It's in forbearance right now until this month, which I'm paying, but my credit score was like a 700, and then it charged me a late payment, like 30 days late,
Just dropped.
and it dropped down to like 620.
Yeah, it's gonna
I'm
drop
like,
down.
damn,
This is
man.
a brand new late
It
payment.
messed me up. So I was trying to figure out, I sent them like 3 letters
Yeah.
trying to say, and I put in forbearance like right after, and I was like, oh, it covers the forbearance period, and they're saying like, oh no, we can't. So I don't know if I could get those off, I know my stuff will rise back up.
With the
but-
credit bureaus, there are tactics to get, you can get
Okay.
those late payments removed.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not, it's not hard to. Any other questions? You good? You like you have a question, you wanna say that?
No, basically, yeah. There's some tricky stuff that that I went through a couple of different avenues trying to fix my credit, and
Okay.
none of them seem to work real good. So
You think about doing it yourself now or?
yeah, because the first time I did it, I paid this one cat. It was like he was referred by a friend. He was like real military friendly dude. So I was like, alright, this guy sounds legit. So he was like $250. He was gonna take care of everything. Basically, all he did was print out some letters and give them to me and told me to mail them out. I was like, wait, what?
Something like my situation.
Like no support, right? Like, so what happens after after I send these letters out? What happens to the next round? Right? So then I did some research on my own and I found out some better ways of doing it. And then basically I purchased like a template packet. It was like real aggressive lawyer lingo stuff.
Lingo, yes, yeah.
So I sent those out, and then I sent about 6 rounds of those out, and then I had very little success with it. And then I kind of just gave up on it for a while
Yeah,
because there was some stuff that was like kind
You
of.
know why? You know why it is? Because the letters, like people put too much into the letters and not the actual tactic and the strategy. Like that's what we talk about. Like in the CRB Academy, there's different steps you take first before you start sending off the letters. Because you can send off the letters You know what I'm saying? And you'll get some stuff removed. But you gotta understand it's a computer system. It's one of the biggest computer systems in the US. So
Right.
you have to understand how that system works. If you don't understand how the actual system works, then it's like you're just hitting and missing, you know what I'm saying? You're just going after it.
And there was a trick that they had said that you don't dispute like the legitimacy of the account that you're disputing. You're disputing what was it? The accuracy of
Yeah,
it.
you dispute
Or you wanted
That's not technically a trick. I mean, you could Google that and 20 things will pop up. That's not really necessarily a trick. It's a method that you can use, and it's definitely
or asking the credit agency to verify how they verified the
And you gotta understand too, you're not the only person that's doing that. It's like
Right.
1,000 other people.
But they never did that. Like I sent probably 3 or 4 rounds of that.
They're not gonna verify. They're gonna send you star letters.
Right.
And we talk about that too. The star letters are made because they know you guys is, trying to fix your credit and stuff like that. So you gotta basically know what they're gonna do before they do it. So you know they're gonna send star letters, so you gotta have a tactic already waiting to counter that. So it's like playing chess, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
once you already counter and you king, then you got it right there, you know what I'm saying?
Well, like the only other move after that was to take them to court. And I'm like, I'm not willing to take the credit bureau.
You don't necessarily have to. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to.
Well, that's like the templates that I purchased. Like
Yeah.
that's what they were.
Referring to?
Yeah.
A lot of people say that, and some people, I've never been to court. I'm not comfortable going to court either.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, there's ways to, and to this day, I've probably seen like maybe 2 files that was worse than mine. You know what I'm saying? As far as credit score wise, like I said, I was a 419. It's not too, you can't go any lower than that really, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's whenever somebody says there's no way, I'm like, yes, listen, man, there's a way.
350 was the lowest.
Huh? No, I'm saying I'm saying personally as far as seeing the files, and on top of that, there's 48 different FICO scores.
Yeah.
So they're all different. It's like 250. It all varies. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. So really, I always tell people to just look at your FICO 8 score. That's really like one of the main scores. You can go on creditchecktotal.com and you'll see. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Anything else? Good. You good? You got good credit? Yeah, he said like you got great credit.
No, I did the academy actually.
He tried moving on.
You got three crowns like this.
I did the academy though. I did.
You did the CRE Academy?
My problem was I did get a little bit lazy because I was getting such good results. I just kind of stopped.
You should stop.
But
No, say that. No, say that one more time. Say that one more time.
no, I was getting good results, so I stopped. But I should have kept going because
Yeah.
honestly I was like at a 5 something when I first got 512, and then once I started to get close to like 7, I was like 702, and I just stopped. Like
How long did it
with the
take?
letters and stuff like that. I mean, like 3 months.
3 months. See? It's
But I was
quick.
like, but again, I was doing it every day. I was on top of them. I was going back and forth to the bank to get stuff notarized, and it started coming off.
Yeah, it's
Like,
different. It's like there's
it-
different tactics, notaries. You don't always have to get stuff
Yeah.
notarized, but it's little things that you have to do. Like me, when I do my credit repair, I have like 3 go-to tactics. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of tactics I show you, so you don't have to use all of them. It's almost like a basketball player. Like D-Wade might have 3 go-to moves. James Harden. You know what I'm saying? You might know what the go-to move is, but you don't know when they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So really, even though you don't have to get overwhelmed all the tactics, but you come up with a strategy that fits you. Because like I said, he might have his own strategies, but your strategies might be different from his strategies. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of try to show you a variety of things. I don't know what the person showed you. They probably showed you maybe 1 or 2 tactics, but there's a ton of them out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying we got all the tactics, but I think we have enough to where, you can improve your credit score, and it's not going to take you a year or 2 to do it. You can start seeing results as little as like 10 days. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not guaranteed, but that's, it varies with people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's it. Anything else? But
What do you think? What is the time frame that you should put in to this system?
to the system, as far as you actually studying it,
You actually doing the work.
oh, doing the work. Okay, so that's different. Doing the work varies. I mean, it depends how bad your file is. I mean, some people might have, just a couple collection accounts. Some people might have a ton of collection. I had one file. That person had 96 negative items. You know what I'm saying? So that, man, that's yeah. Only
My
Jesus
thing is,
help.
my thing is time.
It can be time consuming, but and the thing
But
is,
that's what we recommend. If you have the time and you have the desire to learn it, CRB Academy. However, if you don't have the time and you don't dot your I's, cross your T's, you're not organized, you don't pay close attention to detail, then just outsource it.
Yeah. And that's what I've done. I had a guy who did my credit a couple years back. Took me from like a 510 to 780 in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks?
What, he paid someone off in the credit bureau?
I woke up at night, amazing. But then I screwed it up and I haven't doing it again. However, that 3-week boom
It's not
hasn't
like that no more.
boomed in 3 months yet.
Yeah, it's different. It's
Um,
very. And plus, back then it was much easier.
Absolutely, and I'm
It's
aware
much,
of
much
it.
easier. And plus, I like to use this example too, man. I had a guy, I always remember his name, Desmond, I'm not gonna say his last name though. He had 30 negatives, and I remember in 3 weeks I pulled his credit, and he only had 3 left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, out of 30. And I remember, sure, I'll use my example, I had a $50 collection account. It took me 6 months to take that off. That was my last item. It took me 6 months. This came after that I fixed my credit, like a medical bill that just popped up out of nowhere. It took 6 months, so I mean, it varies, man. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to tell you,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? It just depends on how much work you put into it too, as well.
So when you get a credit report, right, does it show you all items that are negative?
Yeah, sure. They sections off. Depends where you're going to. If you get it like from what's it, annualcreditreport.com, it'll show you different sections. Like Experian has a section that says potentially negative items,
Okay.
and then potentially positive items. So it's broken down into sections. Equifax is like that too. So I'm not TransUnion kind of. I think it starts off at the beginning, might show you some negatives and then some positives. So it varies.
Oh, okay, okay.
But if the credit report might confuse you, you could just use like credit check total. It's easy, it's simple, it's boxed out, makes it simple. Because sometimes you might look at that report and you're gonna think it's Chinese. You're like, what the heck is this? I don't understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that with Equifax. It's pretty simple too. Equifax on the website, it says negative items, and you can just see all the negatives. You don't have to go through the report one by one and say, okay, is this good? Is this bad? So that could be something easy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
I'll say top 3 tips, Jerry.
Top 3 tips for fixing credit, or
Yes.
okay.
You might want to say to opt out and.
You want me to tell the strategies? Okay.
No, this is the first 3.
The first 3. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see. You got. I could say opt out of the promotions. Focus on personal information and being aggressive, like being really aggressive. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like you can hire somebody, but if whenever you do it yourself, it's like who's gonna be more aggressive than you on your own personal credit? So that's kind of obvious. No matter who you hire. You know what I'm saying? So I think those are the 3 most important things that you can do when it comes to that. Anything else? You good?
All right, let's give him a round of applause, man. What's the name of the website? One more time.
Oh, CRBacademy.com.
What does that stand for?
B as in boy.
Credit Repair Business Academy.
So we not only teach you how to do credit repair, but also how to run it as a business.
Correct.
So we have modules in there as well. Because many people say, well, I got a skill now, let me turn this into a trade.
I forgot to talk about that too. Yeah, if you want to make money off of it, we teach you, we give you a way to develop your own system. And then you could just make some money off of it. Because, that's the same thing I did. You know what I'm saying? I started doing it, I started selling shoes, and I was like, wait, I can make money off this. I can name like 30 people with bad credit off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's sad, but smart. at the
It's
same time.
the truth. It's the truth, man.
Yeah.
And then it happens. It's just lack of knowledge sometimes.
All right, cool.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
All right, man.
All right, guys, so we're just going to take a 10-minute break. All right, so I want to stay here, chit-chat. That's cool.
Hey, what's going on?
What's
man?
going on?
I didn't know you were showing up. You should have texted me.
Oh yeah, I ended up texting Ryan. That's what ended
No,
up
we can do
happening.
till 2:30. 2:30, back in your seats.
Is this in the Cause I got this yesterday, right?
Why?
Is that
You
in
got
the,
those shirts on?
CRB? Was that?
We did.
You know,
I
got this from
Not no
Gumbo.
more.
I don't know if this is on the CRB.
Yeah, not no
If it's
more.
not, I'm gonna just
Oh,
put it
no,
in.
no, we could probably
the thing with the
still give
CRB, no, it's not all because
Oh, yeah,
folks on the
I'll buy one.
CRB.
You would?
There's the free.
Yeah, I ain't
thing.
bringing any merchandise
I got
today,
like
though.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's a video series.
Okay.
It's actual videos.
Oh, okay.
And they tell you like different strategies.
I'm gonna still get it anyway.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no,
still
no.
want to end up doing the credit repair anyways.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I ended up, Ryan and, I guess his assistant, I forget her name, Chastity. She's working on the personal credit right now, so hopefully I can get that straightened out, and then from there, I wanna see if I wanna actually get into the CRB.
To the CRB? Definitely.
Maybe not have a,
It's good, and it's a community too.
Yeah, that's the thing I like too, man. You kind of, sometimes I learn strategies from different people, you know what I'm saying? And I
And they keep people updated. I'll say, oh, hey, pay attention, guys. Everyone back change your fax number.
yeah, so I wanna do that, I wanna
Yeah,
have
yeah,
like
that's
the
the thing.
website and everything, like I wanna actually like do it. Like I'm always pinging you, like, I'm like constantly.
No, I get it.
I be hitting the guy up like every
Yeah.
other day, so, you know, I wanna
That's
definitely
cool,
learn
man.
it, so.
Yeah, I just be busy. So like this week, I was man, I was
Yeah, when you said
man.
call center, I'm like, okay, cool,
Swamped.
guy's busy. Then I get him and go, oh, your call center, okay.
Yeah, look like you got kind of,
Huh?
look like you were.
Yeah, I was going back, I was like, nah, I'm like, that's good, I'm impressed, like, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, we be doing here, like, everything that you do on the website and everything, or?
I do a mix. I actually have another company here too. It's
Oh,
like
yeah?
Medicare braces. They don't have the, we had like 67 deals. Right, you can see yesterday was 17.
And what is that?
It's braces, like back braces, knee braces,
Oh,
Medicare.
the medical
Yeah, man,
equipment?
man, I like to see when
That's good.
we're winning, man.
Yeah, no,
Like,
no,
yeah, that's
appreciate
why I
it.
always watching the videos and stuff. Be like, shit, I love to see black people winning,
Yeah,
man.
I'm turning my
Doing it.
emails. But no, that's good, I mean, when you told me what if, I'm like, okay, that's good. That's
One,
good.
what about the
That's good.
you
It's good. It's easy too
credit
because the freaking Medicare
you
pays
know,
for it. So the client
or
doesn't
you
even pay
get
for it.
credit, business
So all we do
credit
is
for
just
people.
let them know.
You
That's
need
all
to
we're
partner up with
No,
them, like
Medicare pays for it. You don't gotta come out of
find
pocket.
people that
Oh, so you
would-
got like a
Affiliate?
contract with them?
yeah, like get
No, you
yeah,
don't have a
and I get
contract.
it
You
from-
just have to find a
Yeah.
company that has the braces.
Right.
And then you just have to find, you gotta develop a partnership with them.
Okay, is it like a medical supply company or something like that?
Alright, so if you can.
Yeah, well, braces, supplies is a whole
Make a
different
mission.
thing.
Once we
Okay.
fill
Yeah.
it out,
Mhm.
make
Like
mission.
Back?
brace, anything, back brace, wrist, knee,
We have
all the
a
stuff
call
on
Wednesday
people,
night.
man.
We show people
That's over
like, we have
65.
people who make on
Yeah,
average.
yeah, and somebody that
$5,000
pitched it
a
to
month.
me, man, it's really
Yeah,
good,
nah,
man.
tell it.
I didn't think
The
it was
only thing
gonna
they
be,
have to
yeah,
do
it's
Just ask them
moving
to
really
fill out the
quick.
link,
Yeah.
put my
Might have to
hands
get more
off
people
people.
here,
We do the consultation.
You got every-
We
yeah.
every-
We're gonna switch
invoice
it
them.
up, fill this up
We
too
help
right
through the
here.
process of
Okay.
getting funding.
More,
When they satisfy the invoice.
cube could be smaller, like
Give you
back
a
and
check.
forth, so it'd be like,
Yeah, 'cause that's
on
what I
this
want.
side, on this side, I'm saying like they facing each other.
Okay.
So it'd be like 2,
Find
4,
some
6,
small
8, 10,
business
12.
that
like,
would
Okay.
You
want some
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So are you
Come to you
gonna,
and then when
is
they
it
get
just
the
like
loan,
online, or
yeah.
how are you doing, like,
Yeah.
come in?
No, it's still
Yeah,
online.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
okay.
online. It's not
Yeah.
people.
So
Sometimes
someone,
people,
on average, the person
you
gets
can't help it. They wanna come in.
40,000 in the first round, so you'll get $800.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all
So
good.
if
It's
you
not-
average maybe
I don't
5
mind.
or 6
It's just like
a month.
everybody just wants to come in.
Some people,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Some people are different, because we have one guy who has a podcast, so he averages
Yeah, so I sent you that other one. that other
5 to
email.
7 applicants a week, because he's a podcast.
So all I
Hey,
would
the
do
funny
is
thing is, I
just
got this place on my
direct
CV
them
too.
to your.
Really?
No, so you're on link?
Yeah, that's the balance I'm
So,
looking for. That's
yeah,
what I was
so
telling
you
like,
run your own
developing
business, so
the-
it's Wealth DNA. When they
Yeah,
call,
but at
they
the
say,
time when
hey,
I
this
did
is
it, I
Paul
think
from
it was
Wealth DNA.
close to
So we're
being
representing
extinct. Like
you.
right now, it's tough, man.
Oh,
It's
good.
tough.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, it's
Man,
your
man,
business.
I'm
We're
really trying to
the
figure it
back
out.
office.
It's not.
Man, that is definitely what I wanna do. So,
Yeah, we have a lot of people like
I
that.
guarantee, I know I can get people to.
Someone else. Oh, you know him too?
I can.
That's what I said, the most important thing is always having a network.
Yeah.
Network is having a network.
I was gonna call them up and because I saw some.
I'll just have several people. Some of them might think,
Right now, actually.
or you know what, I might need credit. I might need a bottle, but you get to check off all that problem.
Even in Peru and all that too?
We have it on our affiliate program.
Okay, all right, that's
Yeah,
good.
so if you sign up,
But anyway, back to
I
the.
don't know if you heard of Ryan.
I called you to see that.
He's the other guy you might see on the videos with beard.
It did.
You with the glasses?
Sunglasses?
Yeah, yeah.
So Ryan, he'll call you.
Okay, well, if I
We have a
get
call
two,
every Wednesday night.
maximize your.
We share strategies, kind of like,
You
one
guys
dude
do
might
it
say,
wrong.
yeah, my best strategy to market is,
Now I
I
have
pitch
three
business
different-
credit first,
Not
then I
revenue
follow
streams, but I have like
with
three, three different things I
Or
can.
another young lady
Yeah.
might say, hey, well, my thing is, I'm in the movie theater,
Oh, get creative. Like I
movies
said,
industry, the film industry,
literally
so
like
to
less
speak.
than 30 days.
And I talk to a lot of producers, and they need money. And another person said, yo, I'm an inspiring rapper, and I'm with the whole other rapper. They need studio time. So I'm gonna pitch them business funding so they can get studio time. So we have many different people from many different walks of life.
They
So they all
sticking, but they
capitalize.
not-
And
not-
they share
not
strategies,
improved.
too.
So I don't know what, I'm still trying to figure.
Yeah, definitely.
Things.
Cause
That's-
I walked in
that's
at one
what I wanna
spot, it
do.
was like, no problem.
So I'll say sign up, and then Wednesday,
I kinda called them up
join the team.
copy
Yeah.
it myself.
We have a
So,
call
but-
every
so
Wednesday
just, when I go home, I'll just go on your website and sign up.
That's right.
Mhm. But I'll say, make mention on
Yeah, I
the
just
form.
go.
Yeah. And the other one was like, you know,
Finance.com/affiliate.
more so credit cards, but
Yeah,
I just put them through my merchant and cash
Yeah,
out.
I'm there, cause I
You
know.
just fill out
Other
the
stuff I use,
application.
you could use credit cards.
Yeah, I know I can find, I can get a lot of people.
And the main thing we tell you is you gotta have.
Right now, they starting to
You
catch
gotta be
on.
able to market, you gotta be able to
Because I
network.
sent a couple people,
Yeah.
they only got,
You
one
have
got
that,
approved,
you're
5,
good.
the other one didn't get approved.
Yeah, that's what I always say, what's the point of
That
$5
was like-
paying for brand, you ain't getting a check off of that? For real, what's the point of being network, have a network with a whole bunch of people, it don't have to be online, it can be offline. You gotta monetize your relationships.
I couldn't sleep for like all
There's
night. I
nothing
woke
wrong with
up,
it. As long as you extend the
8 o'clock in
value,
the morning,
get compensated.
shot over to
Yeah,
another.
definitely.
Put the right information. It's okay.
Man,
Call me
I
back.
man, I
20
took
minutes
the
after
time to drive, I'll be
So I
like,
just need you to email me.
cause I always wonder, where you gonna be? I'm like, shit, I'm in Jacksonville.
How much they give
He's
you?
coming to Miami,
She
so.
gave me 8.
To go to
The way she
So I
said
make the
it.
time
Was
out
I
to make
asked
sure I come down here. Yeah, so now I'm getting the real face-to-face here, not on the freaking
I didn't ask
computer.
if like,
You know what video I like to watch the when you're talking about how motivated you are when haters come your way. That's just
That
like
was another go-to.
me. You know how you say you
It was improving people left and right.
how you handle haters and all that. Yeah,
So I was gonna ask you,
yeah,
like, what's
that man, I'm telling
People
you.
hate all the time.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, whatever.
steps,
Yeah.
like, what
People
case
just say all that. Yeah, it's
I ended
crazy
up
what
going-
people say sometimes.
I did, my
It's
first
like
was care
internet
credit.
thugs.
Care credit's not.
They'll say it online, but you
That's
probably
what I told
saw
you, they like,
Yeah.
straight. They're like, yo, what's up, man?
I'm talking about social
They be hating
and all.
on you.
Like this.
For real.
I was able to get 32,
I
but
had
I couldn't
haters,
even
you
get
never
anything.
joined my
with
coaching
care
program.
credit. No, and that's, you know,
That's where
social.
you turn your,
But, care credit
you
was
turn
done.
your,
enemies
defiance into clients.
BPs, then I did BPs next.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
they
did
be,
BPs
man.
did, and then both of them posted, because they post quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big people.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
post, like, I think BPs
What,
like.
have
post
y'all
like
seen the one
3
with Magic
It's
Mike,
always
the
been
wholesale
like
guy?
But it's not for
White
that,
guy,
it's for the primary.
glasses with the
That's why you do
ponytail.
BPs.
Right, right,
Because
right.
they post, they
You seen the
report quick,
videos?
so a lot of
Why
companies,
he's
they don't
another
have
coach
primary,
that
you only have
Sparty
to
team,
authorize
Magic
it.
Mike.
Oh, yeah,
They're not,
So,
they're
white
gonna
guy,
turn
right?
you down or not give a lot.
So he
Even
did
if the
another
primary
seminar
brand
in
new, they just
Atlanta.
want to see that you got.
And he was
proof.
talking about how he's a
Gotcha.
wholesaler.
So,
This dude makes
You do those two,
$20,000
and
a
then
month.
what I did was I went to
Wow.
Macy's.
And he-
Yeah,
his
Macy's.
previous
No,
job
no, I did Sears first, then I
Walmart.
did Macy's.
He was
Then
a
I did,
janitor at
uh,
Walmart.
Region, then I did
He got
Central.
to
That
wholesale.
was exactly what
He
I did.
wholesales in
Oh,
4
see,
states.
thanks, last.
Yeah, then Bank Live.
He has a call center just like Jared. So he doesn't take calls. He automated into his wholesale business for him, right? So he's speaking, and one dude commented was like, man, this dude, why can't you get someone just like the rest of us? You giving this
I was actually
white
walking
dude
out, I got
Oh,
the thing in my hand, I'm looking at it.
wholesaling, and he inherited property. I'm like, oh, you know the
He
story?
got to tell him, I was
Yeah, he
telling him, I
inherited
said, hey,
property,
you
but he
make
made
sure
no
you're
money
using my
off it.
right
Came
address.
back.
And that's
back
still
around.
impressive to go from working at
Next day,
Walmart
like I said,
to generate $20,000 a month. You got a call center and you do this in 4 different states. I'm like, it's okay, some people turn nothing to something, but there's nothing wrong if you have a little something.
Okay.
And then I
That's still
said,
not
you was
bad,
like,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
man,
saying?
you're right.
That makes sense. That's how you know it started
Very
dying,
long
because they
comment,
gave me
like
8.
bro.
Mhm.
You going in on it.
And
And then he was like, he's like, yeah,
four,
man, you got a good point. You know what? I'm gonna sign up for
Central
that.
4.
And then signed up to have
But those done
for Magic Mike Beats coach.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I crazy, man.
There's a lot of people that are very bitter that don't even
Once
know
I
that
saw that they weren't,
You know,
yeah,
until you kind of like, why you hating on this guy? Because actually, you actually need what they have.
Correct.
Try to
And
learn.
you watching all my videos and hating on every single one.
I gotta
Bro,
turn
stop
15.
watching. Like Jay-Z said,